Hello, my name is Larissa, and today I'm going to make a video about how to do sterile gloves and how to remove them, and also to prepare sterile field and adding sterile items to the sterile field. So the first thing we need to do is perform hand hygiene. So we need to remove any watches or put higher on the rust. We need to remove any rings. So in my case, I have my ring here. I'm going to remove before performing hand hygiene. So I'm going to perform hand hygiene using alcohol-based hand hygiene. So it's the same procedure, and I'm going to do until my hands are dry, or for at least 20 seconds. Okay, so we need, now for starting the sterile field first, we need to make sure that our working table is dry, it's clean, and waist level or higher than the waist level. It's important that the work table is higher on the level of the waist to avoid contamination. So also when you're working there on your working table, make sure your hands are not lower your waist level. Keep ours around your waist level. Okay, so today, to do my sterile field, I have a dropper here, great, and make sure that the expiration date is still valid and that my package is closed and dry. So it's valid, the expiration date, it's closed, and it's dry. And my working table is clean and is above my waist level. Okay, so to do it right now, I'm going to open this package. So I'm going to open the outer covering of my drape. So I'm going to remove away from my body, making sure not touching your body to the sterile things. Not your clothes, not your body, or anything else. So I'm going to move away from my body. So, okay, throw this. And now I need to unfold it carefully, only on the blue side, never touching the sterile part. So I need to only hold in the corners. That is 1 inch of my thing, because just in the corners, never touch the white. So the blue part is non-sterile. So I open it, just holding the blue. And making sure it's not out of your working table. Okay, so this is my sterile field, and I need to avoid touching any other surface objects with the drape, and should not hanging over my work surface or would be contaminated. Okay, so now I'm going to add an sterile item in my sterile field. So first, I need to hold my package with one hand, and I pull back the cover from the edge just a little to make sure that is separate. So I move a little the edge, and then after top cover or edge are partially separated, I hold the item 6 inches above the surface of my sterile field. So about 6 inches of my sterile field. And then I carefully, to avoid touching the surface of all the aids or dropping, etc., I keep opening it. Without touching inside, I cannot touch it. So I carefully open about 6 inches and drop on my sterile field and I remove it. And when you are adding an item on your sterile field, make sure that you don't touch anything else or that you don't drop on the borders of your sterile field. Yeah, so this is my sterile field. Okay, so now I'm going to put my sterile gloves. So the same thing, my sterile gloves, the package, the expiration date need to be valid and need to be closed, dry. My working table, I need another place to put this, also above waist level to avoid contamination, and my working table need to be clean and dry. So now I'm going to do this here. Like I said, need to be dry, close my glove package, my sterile gloves package. So I'm going to open away from my body and I'm going to drop my gloves here. Okay, so I'm going to open my gloves carefully, making sure that I don't touch inside. I need to touch 1 inch on the border only. So make sure it's open. And okay, it's open. I should not touch inside here, just in the border. Okay, so now I get my non-dominant hand, that is my left, and I get my right hand, that's my dominant hand glove. So I get my glove, and I make sure that I'm touching this outside here. I'm not touching on my sterile glove. So I check where is my thumb for the glove. So I put it on the other side. And I don't fix the rest yet. So now I'm going to get my other glove. And when I get the other glove, I need to get in the inside from my glove. Just touch like this. So I'm just touching sterile with sterile. So I check with my things, my thumb, and I put my glove on. So now, sterile with sterile, I fix my rest from my glove, both ones. See, I'm just touching the sterile. And I need to make sure when I'm fixing my gloves, I don't touch my wrist or anything else. So now, as I have sterile gloves on my hands, and I have my sterile field. So now I can work with the patient. Okay, and after working with the patient, I need to remove my soiled gloves. So now, to remove my soiled gloves, I need to put here, like in the dirty part of the glove. See, I'm not touching my skin, and I remove my gloves, and I hold my gloves with my hand. And now with my other hand, I go here under my wrist, my gloves, and see, I open here. And now I have a bag and show my gloves. So this was the videos about how to prepare sterile field and add a sterile field an item in the sterile field, and also how to properly use sterile gloves and how to remove my sterile gloves that is now soiled gloves. Okay, thank you.